And we have returned back to Asheville to the antique tobacco barn. Got this elk here statue. I think that was inside at one time. They may have recovered it. It's missing in one of its antlers on the other side. I do remember they had these inside on the back end of Tobacco Barn. Look at the new roof. Wow, I mean, this is all redone. It's amazing, and I'm so happy they're back. And I can't wait to get inside and share with you all the changes and updates and just that this amazing rebuild. I mean, this was like wiped out completely, and it's back up and running, and we've got people coming here. Oh, they're building a new house up here. I think these guys were out of harm's way. I think they were just high enough to miss all the water. So, but yeah, down here was a different story. Here we go. We got the sign back up. Antique Tobacco Barn. And people are waiting to get inside right over here. I wanted to show you across the street. Yeah, this is the main river. This is where it all came through. Just, you would see cars, trucks, everything along here. They've been cleaning it up quite a bit. A lot of the trees are gone that were washed down on the river. And it was kind of big. That's kind of probably how it looked. I believe the tobacco barn was just like that, just all gutted out, just wiped out. But yeah, you can see down here where they've, I mean, it's looking amazing now. They've cleared out so much down the river, and the Biltmore Village is right over here. You notice they put on all kinds of boulders, rocks, things like that were doing all of it where all the erosion happened. So it's looking much better as you go down this way. So, but yeah, I just wanted to share with you all the improvements that they've been going through. And they have opened. Check it out. Yeah, well, here, support your local businesses. Oh, they got another entryway on the other side. So it's two different ways you can come in now. I just saw the door open on the other end. All people started flooding in. But here it is. Amazing that it's back. Wow, incredible. Bigger, better, stronger. It still has the, definitely still has the smell that it had before. Kind of like you're in your attic looking around for stuff. But this is amazing. It's good to be back. We're just going to walk around so you guys can enjoy it. And wow, it looks like a lot of the same vendors are back with new stuff, new old stuff. I'm going to definitely get something today because I showed the art out here. So this guy looks like Robot from Lost in Space. He's 210 because these are handmade artwork right here. You can imagine what was lost, stuff like that, when Helene hit. But I'm happy they're here. Check this costume. This would be great for a costume. I think it was a costume, somebody's costume. Battle vest. That's cool. And love the old signs. Vintage clothing, vintage jackets and vests. They got some military memorabilia as well. Oh, okay, so let's walk around. Look at the name patches here too. Yeah, if you own a garage, or if you want to pretend you work on one, you can get one of these for your technician outfit. Yeah, that was the sad part. You know, just amazing stuff like this. This old phonograph. This old Victor here, stuff like that was lost. But you can't live in the past. You got to live now and in the future. And that the Tobacco Barn does great. I know they will because they've recovered. It's amazing. Yeah, it's just like nothing happened. You know, they just, you know, you got to live now, not in the past, and enjoy these things that are here now that we have. Wow, look at that canoe. Beautiful. Amazing art. Amazing furniture. Yeah, a lot of artists have their booths here too, selling their wares. Got a mountain goat here, got a shark. Look at it, all over here. Like time stood still and Helene never happened. Something we never want to go through again, that is for sure. This is great. All right, we're gonna walk around and enjoy everything here. Yeah, I was talking to a couple and they saw this washed away pretty much, and they live right close by. But look at this stuff here. Radiant Home gas stove, old school. You got some of these tin cars. This is what I'm looking for, stuff like this, just to bring home. You got to support your local businesses for sure. Old Greyhound, it's 25, that metal Greyhound. You get the old cement truck, just little things like that I love. And it looks like they turned old barrels right here into artwork. Look at that. But I remember walking around here. I'm just so pleased and happy that it's back up and running. The roof they've redone, and I think the water got up there. They put a new roof on top and insulated it, and they got all the new sunroofs up there. Sunroof, what is it? Moonroof, or what do you call those things? Anyway, they have those that provide more light in here. But I'm just having fun walking around here. Got a lot of vintage clothing, and it just looks so much more organized too. You find things a lot easier. Just want you to walk around with me and just enjoy the ambiance. Sony radio there, that's cool. Not sure what I'm going to get, but I'm sure I will find something. Some of the old 50s and 60s artwork. Got a boatload of coffee mugs, glassware. I'll check these sunglasses out. Wow. That's complete coverage of your face. You've got the fawns here. There he is. Hey. But, wow. Please come up to Asheville and support these businesses. And you're going to find some goodies here at Tobacco Barn. That is for sure. There's Elvis, the greatest hits. Right down here is a huge box set. $60 for that. Old LPs. Just love the artwork. There's George. How much George is. An old portrait of George there. He is $60 for that one. Got the old Armoire. Look at the Fisher Price record player for $28. Spurs, those are real. $20 for those. Those are cool. I love little things like that. Get some old cameras here. I actually have one of these. My family has. We do 8mm family trips on film. So there's so much to see in here. Get your skillets over there. Cast iron skillets. Amazing what they've done. I keep on saying that, but if you had seen what it looked like before, you would have said, whoa. Yeah, I'm sure I'll have pictures of what it looked like after Helene hit in this video. Of that chest. So, walking over here, just looking at everything, just doing a huge walkthrough for y'all. This is pretty neat here. It's old, it's like fire chief car here. It's only $15. That's cool. That's something I might pick up just because it's here and it's not in the greatest shape, but it's a real cool piece. That's for sure. Check this Superman, Christopher Reeve Superman trash can. A little bit of rust on it, but he is 18. Now that's a bit of nostalgia there. That's cool. Let me see what the inside looks like. That's not bad. I love the Superman symbol inside the can. And there's the other side right there. Clark's parents. That's a pretty neat piece right there. This booth is stacked with all kinds of vintage clothing, little jackets, a lot of flannel, because you wear a lot of flannel up here in the mountains. Some old boots, some cool hats. I love hats. I've got one similar to that one. He's only 19. That's in great shape. I've got one very similar to that. That's nice. Like this guy here, 35. Old cowboy hats. And a lot of denim and boots and vintage clothes. And I love the old maps. Look at these right here in frame. Montana, different states, but then you have some really cool artwork from local artists superimposed on the maps. That's really neat. The one thing I'm noticing too, a lot of these vendors have returned here that lost everything, have come back to Tobacco Barn supporting this antique mall and reset up. Check them out. Very cool. I love that they're back. And check him out. That is awesome. Have that in your front yard. That's beautiful right there. Something like that. Let's see how much he goes for. $2,750. Great yard art. Check out the canoe here, made to a bench. Just stuff like that I love. And some old cameras and lanterns. A lot of awesome stuff that you can put in your home. Tiffany lamps over here, which I love. Yeah, I just want to get a closer look at these lamps. These are nice. They're $365 each. You get some real cool things you can mount on your walls at home. Look at those. Those horns are huge. And what's crazy is I think a lot of these are the same booths where they were before. They just reset them up. Look at him. That's pretty amazing right there. He is $1,150 for him. That weather vane's nice too. And that's an Elan mount from Zimbabwe. Right here. Love that vintage tiki bar sign. That's cool. Proudly serving whatever you brought. Nice. I was noticing these bells. We've got one at home on the outside of our fence. If you want to come in, you kind of ring it, but I was noticing Bigfoot here. He's 43. That's pretty cool. They have some really cool weather vanes. Look at the sea turtle. You got this crane right here. And over here you get the rooster. And then you have a reindeer or an elk right here. Those are neat. I'm just loving all the vintage furniture too. But look at this lantern, train lantern right here. Vintage railroad lantern for I wish it was 40. $198. Yeah, these are getting hard to find, especially those. Those are in great shape too. But this is the additional parking back here in the back. So you can enter by both sides. But the last time I was here, this place was covered with amazing outside furniture and statues. Yeah, a lot of those were washed away. Looks like they marked this after the storm. It was probably down the river. They found it, brought it back up here. But what you saw at one time, the last time I was here, before Helene, where you saw stuff like, garden statues, and you saw all these big guys. So it looks like these survived and they brought them back. You see a lot of the muck and dirt on them. And they recovered these, but you did see a bunch of them that were once here. They're probably way down the river somewhere, just destroyed. But these guys, looks like they survived. That's great. Go back in and walk down this way. Look at all this wonderful furniture here. Doors and bars and benches and tables. Very cool. Feels good in here too. It's not too hot. It's like 75 degrees right now. Low humidity. Some cool garden stuff here. You got the gnome doors, get the mushrooms, things like that for your garden. That's neat right there. A little gargoyle. This is a huge place too. You gotta look carefully too. Look for really fun goodies that you can pick up, small and large. Look at this wonderful furniture. That's cool outdoor patio sets right here with the wood. Beautiful. Look at that door. That is $17.25. How ornate that is. That's cool looking. Hope you're enjoying the walk around. Just taking it all in. Look at these lanterns here. Very nice. Got a whole table of lanterns. It's cool. This is a neat booth. A lot of these came from different estates up here as well. Over time, you know, Biltmore Estate is not too far away, so there's some really nice homes in the area too that were built about the same time as Biltmore was being built back in the day. So you're gonna find all kinds of cool estate furniture here.
Set up a lot better than it used to be.
And I really like that peacock. He's only $35. There's some really neat stuff in this little booth here. There's a bigger peacock. Some really neat garden items. You got plushies here. A big moose right here. He's 15. Check him out. He's cool looking. Got a monkey. All kinds of kitchenware and plates. All kinds of neat glass. Very nice. Yeah, I'm going to walk up and down each aisle. Check that horn out. That's really ornate. He's $2.95 for that. Some ashtrays here, like pewter ashtrays for $15 each. Yeah, a lot of retro furniture. Look at those fans going to do. It feels good in here. Get that air flowing. But really beautiful, unique furniture. Love these chairs. That's different. It's got a mailbox. You hang your hat or a coat up here. So, looks like he's a survivor from the storm. Still there. Probably worked at one time before the storm. No longer. It's just an artifact of what it used to be. So, yeah, just memory's sake for sure. Look at this big table here. That's cool looking. Or huge workbench. There's some bikes up here as well. Those are nice. We're into some vintage bikes. Get the Sears. That's from Sears right here. Not sure where that's from. Can't tell what it is. Just says Classic Valiant on it. There's some pipes down here too. I always like looking at the pipes. Also got the cart here, like a railroad cart. Carry your luggage and whatever. Yeah, I like the pipe stand. That's neat right there. I probably need to get something like that for mine. I got a pretty huge collection of pipes. Yeah, a lot to see here. Oh, and it's pet friendly too. Just let you know. You can bring your pup in, walk around, and enjoy the antiques. Now this is really cool, this sculpt here. Get the fish down here as you go up, and then you see the mountain lions. Look, trying to get the fish. That is $1,995. Love that. That's such a cool statue. And what I'm going to do too is kind of look carefully at some of these shelves to see if there's something cool I could bring home to the house. Could be something really neat for the house itself as far as decor, stuff like that. Or if I find some vintage toys. You never know. Love this ship right here. It's Clipper ship, the Sovereign of the Seas, 1851. Yep, and they do have marbles, and $10 for a whole jar. That'd be kind of cool to bring home. I have a jar at home. That'd be another cool addition to add to my marble collection. Oh, this is fun. It's only $8 for him, and he's considered a Hawaiian lava figure. That's cool. That's something I might get right there. I just love unique little things like this. It probably was an old Hawaiian souvenir at one time that you could get there. These are fun right here. It's kind of all kinds of Disney figures. Then you get some old Marks plastic figures, and they range in different prices. I think that like this one here for the Marks, 15. Yeah, all the jar ones like with the Disney is like 15 bucks. I'm just kind of peeking in each one. You got more Disney figures in there. Yeah, I'm just seeing what cool stuff is in each of these little, it's like old peanut butter jars. Yeah, here you go. Right here is a uranium. Looks like it's something decor on there. It's $59 for that. Cambridge glass decor. That's cool looking. And this Victor phonograph, it says it works. All it needs is a new needle on there, and it's only $149 for him. And that's a really nice cedar chest. Look how deep it is. The phone's not for sale though, but that's a super nice cedar chest. Got this Pepsi thermostat here. That's pretty cool for outside. You just put the gas stations. This is the real deal. And it's only $59 for that. That's not a bad price at all. Found this Montreat trout right here, and he's only $59. That'd be fun to display. Unless your wife doesn't want you to. And if you have a wife, I don't know. But I don't think Connie would probably like that too much. I'm still finding all kinds of cool phonographs here. Look that up. Wow, he's in great shape. That's another, it's called a Master Voice. Very nice. That'd be a great display piece right there. And he is $325 for that one. That's nice. Now here's a cool mirror. Check out the sides here with the different sculpts of the Leaf Man, stuff like that. And he's $145 for that mirror. That's pretty cool looking. Love these pewter cups. If you're into the Ren Fair like I am, these would be kind of cool to carry around, fill up while you're at the fairs. And they're only $15 each. Those are really nice. This piece is really nice. He's not for sale. He's like a local mascot to the store. Electrolux power nozzle. But that is really neat. Yeah, a little robot here. Yeah, he's mascot of the store. And look at the size of this Bigfoot. He's 10 feet tall. It says Harry Henderson on it. $395 for him. That thing's massive. Plus you can also get a stop signal here. Check that out. $395 for him. Vintage traffic signal right here. Yeah, it still works too. That's pretty cool. It's been such a fun visit here at Tobacco Barn. And if you're in the area, definitely stop by or make a trip up here to Asheville and stop by here and check out their goodies and their furniture, their antiques and collectibles. It's well worth the drive. Yeah, they're open, up and running, which I'm very, very happy about. And oh my goodness, I found Dolly Parton here. Yeah, she's a coffee mug for $12. And I hope you enjoy the return to the Antique Tobacco Barn. Yeah, it's amazing what they've done. I'm happy they're back up and running. And it seems like people are enjoying it too. They're coming in droves here shopping, and they got some great stuff. I picked up that little Polynesian Hawaiian statue. Also got the jar of marbles, and they're fun to display. But you need to come up here and check it out when you can. In Asheville, downtown's not too far away either. You get some lunch and dinner. And also the Biltmore Village is literally right down the street, not even a mile. So that's coming back up really fast. They're redoing stuff, and they've cleaned up the entire creek area over here, well, river area, and it's looking really good. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed that. Please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.